I don't remember where exactly I left off, but as I recall, it was right after I finished installing the Aztecs on the lower saucer of the USS Excalibur Refit. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. I still have to do the Aztecs on the upper saucer, as well as both nacelles. And I was going to be using the custom markings here. I'm also likely going to go ahead and use these deflector rings and the window markings that are on this sheet, just to give me some fresher decals based off my experience with what I had with those. But enough talking, I'm going to get started. All right. Ran into a slight hiccup with the supplemental sheet from round 2. There are a couple of key markings that aren't included. First one of those, on one I've printed out here, ignore the fact it's backwards. It's because of the way my clear custom decals work. The first one of those is the Excalibur marking for underneath the fantail on the saucer. Sorry, not on the saucer, but on the end of the secondary hull, under the hangar bay. The second is the Starfleet pennants. In the pennant, you have the identity of the ship, which doesn't come on any of these. I've also gone ahead and printed out some main gangways to help me use the saucer rim decals that are shown here. But that little hiccup aside, it's time to get back to work. All right. After much to do and more than a little frustration here and there, I can finally say the refit rebuild of the USS Excalibur is finally finished. The results are what I would call acceptable, if not spectacular. Got all the Aztecs on. I did have some trouble with even the new decals wanting to shatter. The decal film that Round 2 / Polar Lights uses is really thin. So you got to make sure that the decal has been soaked thoroughly before going to move it off the paper. In fact, here on the saucer registry, I'll be honest, I actually got lucky there. It broke. In fact, it shattered. The EXC was completely unrepairable. But I've made it a point now, anytime I pick up a new decal sheet, to scan it. So I grabbed some clear decal film and reprinted those decals. I did not get the Excalibur under the dovetail door there, but the rest of the markings I did get on. And again, as I said early in the build, this is a combination of kit supplied and supplemental decals from round 2 with detail painting by hand. Like I say, I'm fairly happy with how this turned out, especially given the fact that it sat for it's been almost a year since the last real update was done on this. And last but not least, we have the reason why I did this. I showed this back in the first video. This is the Alliance 1/1000th Constitution class. And that strut is why I went ahead and redid this. I thought about just swapping out the struts for the plastic ones, but decided doing it over from the ground up was probably the better plan. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stick some stills at the end of this, and thank you all for watching.